Hello everyone, Daniel here, and welcome to my Raven's Home Season 1 Episode 2 spoiler review titled Big Trouble in Little Apartment. Bear with me here, guys. I am very tired. I wanted to snooze, but then I thought to myself, let me go watch Raven's Home and do the review real quick. So I'm tired. I'm not as energetic as I usually am, so please excuse me for that. Because it is like 2:13 in the morning. That may not be late, but I work the next 2 days, and I got to get some nice, well-deserved shut-eye before adventuring on in my weekend working, because adult life sucks. Alright, Raven's Home. Last week, the premiere, I thought it was really good. I love That's So Raven. I grew up with That's So Raven. I grew up with these characters, and finally, many years later, the return of Chelsea and Raven and seeing this world come back to life and with their kids. And I thought the chemistry was so perfect, the way that the child actors, are really so good, and you feel it between them. It does feel like a brother and sister relationship. It feels like a friend relationship. So either way, we're going to talk about this episode, man. I thought last week's again was really good, and I think last week was still better than this episode. I don't think this episode is bad. I thought this episode was okay. Let me tell you a recap of it real quick, and then I'll get to the pros, cons, final score, and all that jazz. First off, real quick summary of the episode. Naya, I believe that's how, is it Nia or Naya? Naya, Raven's daughter, basically, now that Chelsea and her son has moved into the apartment, Naya very much feels like she's taking up space, that she doesn't belong there, that she like sleeps in the living room now, and she feels like she's out in the open. She wants her privacy. So basically, she goes to her dad, who's Raven's ex, and kind of says, hey, I want to live with you, but he ended up recently getting a weatherman job, and he has to move to Dallas, Texas. Texas represent. So, yeah, and all this stuff ends up happening where the brother Booker ends up thinking that Chelsea's son is going to leave, so he buys a trampoline with Raven's credit card for like $500, and this whole time he had a vision and thought that he was going to end up leaving and Chelsea was going to leave, but in fact it was more of his sister's. It was all a part of basically Naya and her feelings towards feeling not having her privacy and feeling like she was getting pushed out of this family. So, bottom line, everyone's all good. She gets her own room back again, and Chelsea designed it and decorated and all that stuff. So everything's all good at the end. They're all happy family. It's all cool. So anyway, I love the chemistry with the characters. I like the trampoline bit. Chelsea, the beautiful actress who plays Chelsea, she's really awesome with the little things that she does. And I really got to show you something, guys, and this and that. I thought the opening, I thought the first minutes weren't that, it didn't drag me in there. And also, mind you, I'm very tired as well while watching this episode. I did get a few chuckles out of it. I didn't laugh as much as I did for the premiere. So the opening where she did the slam dunk and stuff, that really didn't make me. I think when she hit the door, I thought that was kind of a little chuckle there. But nothing really dragged me in more until, I guess, towards the middle of the episode. The girl across the apartment, the one that, she talks like this, and, oh, it's crazy, man, oh, yeah, that type of girl, I forgot her name. She was better this episode than the episode from last week. She wasn't as annoying, and she wasn't shown as much. And I'm not saying again, I think she is okay, while I think the others are really good. I feel that she'll get up to the good standard one day, and I'm not saying that bad about the actress, I'm saying about the character. So she was fine this episode, the other girl, and she wasn't in it too much. They weren't kind of forcing it down your throat. It had the regular and there were moments that got me and feeling in the emotions and stuff like that. So I had a positive reaction with this episode. I really did feel for Naya, and I was getting a little teary, and I'm thinking to myself, why am I getting a little teary? But I guess I can see myself in that situation because in a sort of sense when my family comes around, blah, 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 and I want privacy, and I'm like, I don't have nothing. I'm out in the open. I'm out of my shell, you know what I'm saying? So it was a weird meta way because I really felt like I could feel for her, even though it's a freaking kid TV show. And it's, you know what I mean? But I was literally having a tear coming out because I could picture myself in her situation, except at my age. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh. So I got the emotion out of it, man. I'm pretty sure I was the only person who actually shed a tear. I don't know if that's a good thing to admit. I'm pretty sure that's weird. But hey, Raven's Hope made me shed a tear, and that I can be on board with. There's not really much I can say more about the episode than I did like the whole how Naya ended up feeling and how they resolved it. I thought going back in nostalgia with Raven and the coffee cup thing, how they didn't see her whatsoever, like they knew she was there, but the whole coffee thing and it was a very cheesiness that Disney is always known for, and what That's So Raven was always known for, the cheesy. Just like last week when Naya was on the punching bag, and it ended up going from the gym to the hallway, and that little, like, you could say like a mannequin was on it or something like that. Those type of cheesy Disney moments that they're known for. So that was fine, and kind of again call back nostalgia. I don't really keep up with a lot of Disney shows today at all. It's been a very long time. This is the only one I actually watch. I don't know how much it's changed. I'm pretty sure it's changed for the worse. But this one I can say hands down, I'm very happy to be watching. I'm going to be giving this episode, I was originally going to give it a C+, but now really thinking over it the past few minutes, I'm going to end up giving it a B-. I thought it was a good episode. It wasn't as good as last week's episode. I thought it was a little bit more slower, toned down. I didn't laugh as much as I did last week, plus I enjoyed the more storyline of them and Chelsea burning the toaster, and if you love living with your best friend, say woo woo, and you know, stuff like, I don't know, more of that. I was more smiling last week. This one was more me tired and being like, okay, with a basic Naya, this, that, okay. It's a mixture of things there. So again, I thought it was a really good episode. Not as good as last week's, but still, first 2 episodes down, good. Keep it rolling, keep it rolling. Please don't go down to okay. Let's keep it on the good, and for the rest of the season as much as we go on. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you so much for watching my Raven's Home review. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, share, and hit that subscribe button. Please comment down below and tell me what you guys thought about Raven's Home. Did you agree with me? Do you not? What do you like about this episode, and what didn't you like about it? I'll see you for episode 3 next week. Until next time, bye-bye.